The Battle of Karbala occurred in the year 680 CE in the city of Karbala, located in present-day Iraq. The battle was a clash between the forces of Imam Hussein ibn Ali Razi ta'ala anhu, the grandson of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam, and the army of the Umayyad Caliph, Yazid. To understand the context of the battle, we need to go back to the time of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. After the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam death in 632 CE, the Muslim community faced a leadership crisis. There were differing opinions regarding who should succeed the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam as the leader of the Islamic community, Ummah. One group believed that leadership should remain within the family of the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam, specifically with his cousin and son-in-law, Ali ibn Abi Talib Razi Allahu ta'ala anhu. This group is known as the Shia, which means followers, or supporters, of Ali Razi Allahu ta'ala anhu. However, another group supported the leadership of Abu Bakr, Umar, and Uthman Razi Allahu ta'ala anhu, who were the first three caliphs to rule after the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam. This group is known as the Sunni, which means followers, or adherents, of the Sunnah, the teachings and practices of the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Ali Razi Allahu ta'ala anhu eventually became the fourth caliph, but his leadership was marked by political unrest and conflicts. After Ali Razi Allahu ta'ala anhu assassination, his elder son, Hassan Razi Allahu ta'ala anhu, briefly assumed leadership but eventually made a peace treaty with Muawiyah Razi Allahu ta'ala anhu, the governor of Syria and a prominent figure in the Umayyad dynasty. Upon Hassan Razi Allahu ta'ala anhu's death, leadership was passed on to his younger brother, Hussein Razi Allahu ta'ala anhu. However, Yazid, the son of Muawiyah, became the caliph after his father's death and demanded allegiance from Imam Hussein Razi Allahu ta'ala anhu. He refused to pledge allegiance to Yazid, as he believed that Yazid's rule was unjust and deviated from the principles of Islam. Imam Hussein Razi Allahu ta'ala anhu, accompanied by his family members and a small group of loyal followers, set out towards Kufa, a city in present-day Iraq, in an attempt to establish an opposition against Yazid's rule. However, he was intercepted by Yazid's forces near Karbala. Despite being vastly outnumbered and facing harsh conditions, Imam Hussein Razi Allahu ta'ala anhu and his followers, including women and children, displayed unwavering courage and determination. They were surrounded by Yazid's army and cut off from access to water for several days. On the 10th day of Muharram, known as Ashura, the battle reached its climax. Imam Hussein Razi Allahu ta'ala anhu and his companions, including his family members and close companions, were brutally attacked and martyred. The women and children were taken captive and subjected to harsh treatment. The Battle of Karbala and the martyrdom of Imam Hussein Razi Allahu ta'ala anhu and his followers are considered a profound tragedy in Islamic history. It represents a struggle for justice, truth, and righteousness against tyranny and oppression. Ashura, which falls on the 10th day of Muharram, is a day of mourning and remembrance for Muslims, particularly for the Shia community. It is a time to reflect on the sacrifices made by Imam Hussein Razi Allahu ta'ala anhu and his companions and to draw inspiration from their unwavering commitment to upholding the principles of Islam. The story of Hassan and Hussein Razi Allahu ta'ala anhu, the grandsons of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam, is intertwined with the events of Karbala. They are revered figures in Islam, known for their noble character, piety, and sacrifice. They stood as symbols of resistance against injustice and oppression. It is important to note that the commemoration of Muharram, the Battle of Karbala, and the observance of Ashura may vary in their practices and customs among different Muslim communities. The story and its significance hold great reverence and emotional importance for those who commemorate and remember the events of Karbala.